Ever been gripped by fear during turbulence or desperately downed coffee to fight off jet lag? You're not alone. These travel myths have shaped the way we journey across the globe, making us believe in dangers and cures that might not even exist. But what if everything you've been told is wrong? Today, we're peeling back the layers of these myths, revealing the science that shatters them. Imagine discovering that the fears that held you back were nothing more than fiction. It's time to take back control of your travels, armed with facts, not fears. So, buckle up and join us on this eye-opening adventure, where truth and science collide. This could change the way you travel, forever. Are you ready to see what's real? You've boarded your flight, settled into your seat, and suddenly feel a wave of dread. Are you about to catch something? The stale, recycled air, close quarters, and someone coughing a few rows ahead don't help ease your mind. It's easy to believe that airplanes are flying petri dishes, waiting to spread illness to everyone on board. But let's take a closer look. Is it really the plane that's making you sick, or is something else at play? First, let's bust the biggest myth. The air you breathe on a plane isn't as dirty as you might think. In fact, modern airplanes are equipped with HEPA filters that capture 99.9% of airborne particles, including bacteria and viruses. The air in the cabin is constantly refreshed, with a mix of fresh and filtered air circulating every few minutes. So, if it's not the air, what's causing those post-flight sniffles? The culprit might surprise you. It's often dehydration. Airplane cabins have extremely low humidity levels, sometimes dropping as low as 10 to 20%. This dry air can dry out your nasal passages, making it easier for germs to enter your body. Add to that the stress of travel, lack of sleep, and close contact with fellow passengers, and you've got a recipe for catching a cold. But it's not the plane itself, it's the conditions that make your body more vulnerable. Next time you fly, don't fear the air. Instead, stay hydrated, wash your hands frequently, and try to get some rest. By focusing on what you can control, you'll reduce your chances of getting sick and arrive at your destination feeling fresh and ready to explore. Remember, it's not the airplane that's making you sick, it's the way you travel. When you travel, your hotel room feels like your personal sanctuary. You lock your valuables in the room safe, convinced they're protected from prying hands. But what if that sense of security is just an illusion? The truth is, hotel room safes aren't as foolproof as they appear, and believing they're completely secure could leave you vulnerable. Think about it, hotel safes are designed for convenience, not impenetrability. Many of them operate on simple digital codes, often using default master codes that are known by hotel staff or even accessible online. This means that, while the safe might keep out a casual thief, someone with the right knowledge could easily bypass the lock. Additionally, these safes are usually small, portable, and often not bolted down securely, making them susceptible to being taken in their entirety. Consider the countless stories of travelers who've returned to their hotel rooms only to find their valuables missing from the secure safe. It's a chilling reminder that no lock is infallible, especially one designed for convenience over security. So, what can you do to better protect your valuables? Start by storing your most important items, like passports, large amounts of cash, or expensive electronics, on your person or in a more secure location, like a hotel's main safe or safety deposit box. If you must use the room safe, create a strong, unique code and check for any signs of tampering. Finally, consider bringing your own portable travel safe, which can be attached to a secure object in your room. While no method is 100% foolproof, taking these extra precautions can significantly reduce the risk of theft. In the end, hotel room safes offer a layer of security, but they shouldn't be your only line of defense. Don't let the myth of their invincibility catch you off guard. Instead, stay smart, stay cautious, and always have a backup plan for protecting your most valuable belongings. Street food, colorful, fragrant, and bursting with local flavor, is often seen as a risk too great to take. The myth that street food is inherently dangerous and should be avoided has held back countless travelers from experiencing the true essence of a destination. But is this belief really grounded in fact, or is it simply a fear of the unknown? The reality is that street food can be just as safe, if not safer, than meals in upscale restaurants. Street vendors often rely on fresh ingredients due to their limited storage facilities, meaning your food is typically prepared right in front of you, hot off the grill or skillet. In contrast, restaurants may serve meals that have been pre-prepared and reheated, leaving more room for bacteria to grow. Moreover, the high turnover of street food means ingredients don't sit around for long, reducing the risk of spoilage. Of course, this doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind. To stay safe, follow some simple guidelines. Choose vendors who are busy and have a high turnover of customers, as this usually indicates the food is fresh and popular. Look for cleanliness. If the vendor's cart and cooking area are tidy, chances are they take food safety seriously. And trust your instincts. If something doesn't look or smell right, it's better to move on to another vendor. Embracing street food can lead to some of the most memorable culinary experiences of your travels. Whether it's a steaming bowl of pho in Vietnam or a spicy taco in Mexico, street food offers an authentic taste of local culture that you simply can't find in a restaurant. So don't let fear hold you back. Dive into the world of street food, armed with knowledge and a sense of adventure. You might just discover that the risks are far outweighed by the rewards. Packing for a trip often includes tossing a power converter into your bag, convinced that you'll need it to charge your devices in a foreign country. But what if that's not always necessary? The truth is, this myth is rooted in outdated fears, and the reality is far simpler and lighter on your luggage. Most modern electronics, like smartphones, laptops, and tablets, are designed to be compatible with a wide range of voltages, typically from 100 volt to 240 volt. This means that, in many cases, you won't need a power converter at all, just a simple plug adapter to match the outlet style of the country you're visiting. The internal technology in these devices automatically adjusts to the voltage, so you don't have to worry about frying your gadgets. However, there are exceptions. If you're traveling with older appliances, like a hairdryer or an electric razor, they might not be dual voltage. In those cases, a power converter would be necessary to safely use them abroad. But for most of your everyday tech, a converter isn't required. Instead of carrying bulky converters, focus on bringing the right plug adapters. These lightweight and compact devices ensure you can connect to outlets around the world without the hassle of converting voltage. And if you're staying in hotels or using modern travel tech, many places now offer USB ports or universal outlets that eliminate the need for any adapters at all. So, before you overpack and weigh yourself down with unnecessary gear, check your devices. Chances are, you can leave that power converter at home and travel lighter, smarter, and stress-free. Embrace the freedom of knowing your electronics are built to handle your globe-trotting adventures, without the extra baggage. When traveling, the idea that tap water is universally unsafe has become deeply ingrained in many travelers' minds. You may have heard horror stories about travelers falling ill after drinking local tap water, leading to a blanket avoidance of it in many destinations. While it's true that in some places, tap water can be unsafe, this myth paints with too broad a brush, often leading to unnecessary fears. In reality, the safety of tap water varies greatly depending on the destination. In many developed countries, tap water is held to high safety standards and is regularly tested for contaminants, making it as safe, if not safer, than bottled water. For example, in most European countries, North America, and parts of Asia, tap water is perfectly safe to drink. Not only is it clean, but it's also a more sustainable option than constantly purchasing plastic bottles. On the other hand, in some regions, particularly in parts of Africa, Asia, and Latin America, tap water may indeed carry risks. These risks can include bacteria, parasites, and viruses that can lead to gastrointestinal illnesses. In these cases, it's wise to avoid tap water and opt for bottled or filtered water. But here's where this myth goes too far. Even in countries where tap water is safe, travelers often avoid it out of sheer caution. This can lead to unnecessary waste and costs. The key is to research your destination beforehand. Many travel guides and health organizations provide up-to-date information on the safety of local tap water. So, while the mantra, "avoid tap water at all costs," might be prudent in some destinations, it's certainly not a universal rule. Instead of adhering to this blanket myth, equip yourself with the knowledge of where tap water is safe and where it's not. By doing so, you can make informed decisions that benefit both your health and the environment. As we've unraveled these travel myths and uncovered the facts, it's clear that knowledge is your best travel companion. Whether it's understanding the true risks of tap water, or how to stay safe while enjoying street food, arming yourself with accurate information can transform your travel experiences. So the next time you're about to embark on an adventure, remember to question the myths and rely on the facts. Your journeys will be safer, smarter, and perhaps even more enjoyable. If you found this video helpful, why not check out some of our other travel guides? Let us know in the comments which myth surprised you the most. And if you're ready to bust more travel myths, hit that subscribe button and join us on our next journey. Happy travels, and stay curious.